Let's start with the most basic version of the scroll. I usually like to start with a line, make it rectangular in the profile, so something like that. And collapse it to editable poly. Okay. Now simply by adding some more edges over here with the connect tool, we can make this end a bit rounded to create the scroll head. This is going to be the most basic version without any additional profiles or stuff like that. Just the head and the scroll itself. Now let's try the Turbo Smooth modifier to see if it rounds well. It's kind of okay, but maybe we want this part a bit sharper over here. So I'm just going to connect and move these vertices closer to make a sharper corner there. Okay, make this head nice and round. And basically we have to round this part a bit as well. And looks okay. Alright, so most of the time these scrolls have only one side, and by that I mean they do not have these polys on the other side, since they are not really needed. So I'm gonna add some edges here to make this a bit sharper. Okay. Some more edges, and I'm going to get rid of this backside. Okay, just delete these polys and this element and leave it like this. And since you put it onto a surface, for example, you have a box you want to decorate, so you would put the scroll, like this. The back side is not seen, and we can save some polys by just leaving it uncapped. Alright, so let's complete the scroll by using the symmetry modifier. Let's say you want to make a nice C scroll. And you can adjust the shape further if you wish, anytime you like, to fit your reference. You would just add an edit poly modifier above the symmetry, and you can modify it however you wish. For example, make it more rounded, move it over here. And basically just make the rough shape you wish your scroll to follow, and it will become nice and smooth after turbo smoothing. So that's your super basic scroll. And let's make one copy and make a scroll where the opposite scroll head goes in the opposite direction. And that would be achieved by making a copy. Let's delete those symmetry modifiers since we don't need them. They don't work in this case. Right, so we have these two unfinished scrolls without any modifiers, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach them together. And using target weld, just connect them. Make sure you always start from the same scroll, because if you go like this, you're gonna mess up your geometry. So in this case, I'm gonna start all these welding operations from the top scroll. And that's your F scroll, or you can turn it into an S scroll or whatever. Just to run some turbo smooth, and there you have it. Okay, so in some cases these scrolls end with some sort of a little leaf that is not a scroll head, but something more like, make one copy, delete the symmetry, and let's try to make it a bit more like a leaf. Okay, so for that I'm gonna add some extra polys here. So first of all, I'm gonna add an edge loop like this, and this is gonna require us to modify the shape a bit for the head to keep it round. And it looks like it messed something up a bit, and yep. Okay, so it selected some unneeded edges for some reason. Okay, it's fine now. I just hit a couple of undos and then redid the connect operation. Okay, so let's say we want one small leaf over here and one larger on the bottom. So let's make the larger leaf by extruding this polygon, and the small leaf by extruding this one. Maybe make this end a bit thicker. Okay, let's add some extra edges so we can control the shape of the tip. And just connect over here. Okay, so that's a nice basic scroll. You can maybe slightly make this a bit rounder. Maybe add some more of a crease here. And just by extruding these edges. Okay, let's make it gradual like this. Okay, maybe that was a bit too much. Let's weld these together. It's a bit too long. And this type of scroll with one side with the head and the other with a very simple leaf is quite useful in some situations where you have some ornaments that have some scrolls with leaves on both sides or with heads on both sides. You can just make a copy, throw on some symmetry, and depending on which one you want, you can make a scroll with both sides like these, or you can just flip the symmetry and make a scroll with both sides like this. So it's quite easy to adjust and use as you need it. Right, so that's the most basic version of the scroll. If for some reason you need to close the bottom or the back side, you just throw on the cap holes modifier, and it's as easy as that.